Welcome to Shoreline Learning and Development Video Snapshots. These snapshot videos are designed to complement your normal learning materials. My name is Brent Walker, and the subject we will address in this particular snapshot is the first unit of Part 2 delivery of the TAE. Our unit today is TAEDEL401A Plan, Organise and Deliver Group-Based Learning. There are 5 elements of Plan, Organise and Deliver Group-Based Learning. They are: interpret learning environment and delivery requirements, prepare session plans, prepare resources for delivery, deliver and facilitate training sessions, support and monitor the learning. This whole unit can be broken down into 3 sections: the learners, the facilitator and the content. So firstly, in element 1, interpret the learning environment and delivery requirements, we need to think about our students or our participants and the different ways they learn. These are the 3 major learning styles. Visual, in other words, they can see it or they have to see it. Auditory, they hear it and they can say it. And kinesthetic, they do it. Added to these, there are also a number of other styles. Left and right brain. Left brain's analytical, logical and objective. Right is creative and intuitive. Global and analytical. Global prefers to see the big picture. Analytical prefers the details and the nitty-gritty. Theorist and activist. Theorists understand the underlying concepts and theories, and activists prefer to do things and see how they work. Social and reflective. Social prefers learning in a group. Reflective are solitary. They're not really comfortable with groups. By considering different learning styles, you'll be able to think about different ways to deliver the topic to suit the different learning styles. And it takes away a little bit of boredom or repetition, if you like, from your presentation. So let's have a look at the overall environment. You have a duty of care to ensure the safety of all who attend your sessions. You need to be aware and inform the group of emergency evacuation policies and procedures. You need to be aware of things like power cords for the projector, and so it goes on. That is your duty of care. You also need to interpret the environment. People being uncomfortable, like too hot, too cold or too crowded, will reduce the effectiveness of your lessons. And can all participants, can they see the PowerPoint screen or the whiteboard that you're using? And can those in the back hear you? Now let's get on to some specifics about the facilitator. You should prepare session plans. They are your timetable or schedule. This is a fairly simple one, as you can see. It covers the time on the left hand side, the action or the content, what we're going to talk about during the session or that time period, and what resources we will need. If you haven't done a session plan and you have a limited time to deliver something, you may run out of time if you're not keeping to a timetable. It is a facilitator's best friend and not terribly hard to put together. And it also gives you a little bit of a time to think about how long it's going to take you to discuss certain points or content. Now we come to the resources, and this covers both facilitator and the content. What resources are you going to need in your delivery? If you're just using a whiteboard or PowerPoint slides or something simple, that's fine. But if you're using something a little bit more adventurous, here's a few things you might want to think about. If you're using hand tools or work tools, the positives are it's hands-on learning and people get to practice. Things to be careful of are they must support the theory. And at times it can be a challenge to remember all the information you need to know about the equipment you're using. If you're delivering using computers, the pluses, it's essential for software training. It gives them hands-on application. The problems may be a lack of familiarity may slow the learning process. Poor keyboard skills may hamper the process. Poor equipment may restrict the progress. And poor ergonomics, if they're doing a lot of it for hours on end, may restrict the learning. If you're using audio and visual aids, they're really good to break up your sessions. It reinforces learning. They're easy to relate to the learning. However, some see it as a social or relaxation activity, and it is difficult if somebody's watching a video to ask questions while the video is playing. Element 4 is deliver and facilitate your training sessions. This is more a personal part of it. As the facilitator, these are just a few hints. Keep your eyes on the group. In other words, make eye contact with all members if that's possible. Use natural gestures. Don't talk to the whiteboard or the flip chart with your back to the audience. Don't hide behind a lectern, and avoid looking at your notes as much as you can. Now, supporting and monitoring the learning. You need to check that your audience understands, and you need to promote participation. You can do this all through questioning, through observation, through discussion, and through feedback. You also need to monitor and manage negative behavior and adjust your delivery wherever necessary. I hope you found this video snapshot helpful. You've just been through TAEDEL401A Plan, Organise and Deliver Group-Based Learning. If you're studying the TAE, your next video is TAEDEL402A Plan, Organise and Deliver Learning in the Workplace, and it can be found on the video YouTube address on this slide. Again, I hope you found this helpful, and I wish you good luck.